Hey guys, it's Hayes with CheatSheetPros.com. I wanted to go ahead and make another video for Saturday, May 17th. I'm diving back into baseball a little bit more now. So I posted our dog play of the day in the free group, and then I posted our member plays. I put a big card up. So if you watch this video, you're going to figure out what they are because I'm going to go over them. One of the things that I just saw on DraftKings that I wanted to show you that's absolutely asinine to me is, let me find him here. Where's Philadelphia? So I noticed, so we're going to take a look at Zach Wheeler. So this is more for a player prop. His pitching outs is 18.5 at plus money. You can see each of the last three starts, he's went 7, 7, and 7.2 innings, and then 6 innings, 7 innings, 6 innings. So in 6 straight starts, he's been at least 18 pitching outs. So on DraftKings, you can take 18 pitching out minus 150, which is really good. But 15 plus pitching outs was only minus 330. That is damn near a freaking lock. The odds of one of the worst teams in Pittsburgh going on the road and knocking Zach Wheeler out of the game before he records 15 outs, it should be minus 800, minus 900, minus 750. Minus 330 is just, it's a steal. So if you're doing any parlay, I would put that in there. I did a huge ladder hammer for 4 units and posted it in the group. But I will tell you, one of those 3 plays was Zach Wheeler to record 15 or more pitching outs. That just seems too easy. I mean, look at this Pittsburgh lineup. Batting 200, 044, 229, 250, 240. I mean, there's no one in here that scares me. So I even have Zach Wheeler 18 plus pitching outs in a normal parlay. Pittsburgh ranks 30th. Anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there right before I recorded this video. That popped up, and I was just like, I can't believe this. How can I mortgage my house and put everything on here? I'm not an idiot, but that's how much I do like it. As always, flipping through some of these plays, some of the things that jump out at me, I'm going to go through. I've already marked some plays that I want to go ahead and take a look at. So let's go ahead and start at the top of the board. If you are new, you click inside the home team. It gives you this carrot drop down, and you can choose between all of the home teams. These games are getting ready to start, so I'm going to skip over those. And we're going to go to the game that we posted, Washington over Baltimore. Now, both of these teams are horrible, but we are getting plus money with Washington. I think it was plus 130 when I bet it. It starts at 305. You can see these teams are not very good. We have Washington, who ranks 21st in our power ranking, Baltimore 24th. Baltimore's lost 4 straight games, 2-8 over the last 10. Washington also 2-8 over the last 10, but they've won 2 of the last 3. They even knocked off Atlanta, and they beat Baltimore 4-3. So I sure as hell am not going to lay minus 155 with the O's when I can get plus 130 on the same side. And to me, it's kind of a toss-up. Both bullpens, they suck. ERA's over 5.5, ranked 22, 22nd. To me, these teams are perfectly equal so far if we're looking at the hitting and we're looking at the bullpen. Now, if we look at the starting pitchers, this is the one category you want to focus on, hits per innings pitched. So Jake Irving at 0.87. Anything below 1 is really good. Kyle Gibson 1.82. So that right there points the arrow at Washington, plus 130. You cannot lay minus 155. That is just an asinine pick with Kyle Gibson on the mound. So let's scroll down here and take a look at Kyle Gibson. He's got 3 starts, 4 innings, 4 innings, 4.2 innings, and he's given up 7, 5, and 11 hits, 5, 3, 9 earned runs. How in the world would you lay minus 155? Go ahead and take a shot at Washington plus 130. Jake Irving, I mean, he's not a stud by any means, but, you know, he's going about 6 innings, 5.1, 6, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6. So he's doing decent. He did 6 innings at home against the Dodgers and gave up 4 runs. That's not terrible at all. And then look at him, 3, 2, 6, 1, 2, 0, 4. That's pretty good. You know, he had a game here he got blown up, but he's not an elite pitcher, so, you know, nothing there. But 3, 2, 1, 2, 0. That's 6 pretty good starts against some decent teams. We've got, you know, the Mets, Cleveland, Atlanta, you know, pretty decent teams. So I'm going to take Washington here at the plus 130 and roll with that. Miami, nothing here. Philadelphia, This is just ridiculous. So we talked about the pitching outs for Zach Wheeler, but if you want to dabble in this game, DK had a monstrous line on it. So my play on this one was going to be Philly, first 5 inning run line. That means at the end of the 5th inning, they have to be up by 1 run. So if you want to attack it, that'll take it from like minus 250 down to minus 140, minus 150, somewhere in there. You can see Pittsburgh 3-7 over the last 10 games. Philadelphia 7-3 over the last 10 games. Power ranking, Philly's 8th, Pittsburgh 30th. You know the drill. On the road, Pittsburgh 6-17, WRC plus of only 71. Philadelphia really good at home, WRC plus of 121, and they're 15-8. And they have Zach Wheeler on the mound. Why not? If they're not up by at least a run after the 5th inning, chalk it up as a loss and move on down the road. Looking at the lineups, there's nothing here with Pittsburgh that scares you. Philadelphia, they've been doing pretty good. Their 3 through 7 hitters all are in the top 20 in RBIs over the last 14 days. We have 2 guys even graded as hot, so that's something to take a look at. Zach Wheeler, he's been pretty consistent. 0, 2, 2, 2, 2 earned runs allowed. So you could say he's going to give up, maybe 1 or 2 runs at most. Probably 1 run or less against Pittsburgh. Mlodzinski, or however you say his name, he was getting shelled for a while. So back in this range, 5'4", 9'5", 5'3", we were attacking him. And then he kind of turned a corner and started doing a little bit better. 6 hits, 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 runs, 4 hits, no runs. So he's doing much better. But again, Philadelphia and Zach Wheeler, I'm going to go ahead and back them with the first 5 and lay the run. Cincinnati, Cleveland, I'm not going to touch that game. Texas, Houston, this was not on any of my plays, but a crap ton of money was coming in on Houston. So I would probably lean there. I did not bet it because, I don't know, it just scares me for some reason. Both teams are doing good. You can see 14th, 18th in our power rankings. We have 2 good bullpens. The starting pitchers, Mahali, he has not been bad. 1-2, 1-2, 0-0, 1 earned runs allowed, and he's pitching at home. That's not terrible. And then if we look at his home split for this year, he's allowing a 153 average and a ERA of 0.84. So a lot of money came in on Houston, but because of this, I said, nope, I'm going to stay away from it, but I'm surely not going to back Texas. I think that's a good line on the game. Kansas City, St. Louis. I would lean St. Louis here, and I don't really know why. I live in Kansas City. I'm a Kansas City fan, so I never go against my Chiefs or my Royals. But Kansas City, they've lost 5 of the last 6, and we're not getting a lot of production out of them. 3-3-1, and then we had a burst, and then 1-1-2. So we're not getting a ton of runs out of them. And St. Louis right now, they're ripping the cover off the ball. 9-1 over the last 10, 6.8 runs per game. But I just can't back Mikolas on the mound. One of the reasons is, look at the BVP. It's only 34 at-bats, but they're hitting 441 as a team, not striking out very much, and they have 3 home runs. So Kansas City could put some runs up and win this game. If I was going to do anything, I would probably take an over. If I was going to do it, 8.5 feels a little bit low. Boston, Atlanta. I actually like Atlanta here. So some money slid in on Boston, but Atlanta is a dog. Let me see if I put down what the spread was on this. So I had Atlanta plus 105 against the Boston Red Sox. Now, Atlanta, you can see they're doing really good. 6-4 over the last 10. They've won 4 or 5 games. Boston, they've lost 4 straight games. So, kind of edge over to Atlanta there. Looking at the bullpens, both teams have a solid bullpen. Power ranking wise, Atlanta's a little scary. They're 26th in WRC plus, 26th in home runs, 27th in ISO power. But we are getting plus money. We're a dog. We are not expected to win this game. Also, Atlanta has not been as good on the road, but they are catching fire. So this is one I wanted to take a shot with. The other one is when we're looking at starting pitchers, look right here at our hits per innings pitched. Grant Holmes, who is basically a no-name, has a 0.77, and Giolito has a 0.93. So that tells me these pitchers are somewhat close. You can look at the ERA, xFIP, all that good stuff. But I'm taking plus money. The one thing with Giolito is he can get blown up really quick. And here we see his last home start against Texas. He only lasted 4.2 innings, gave up 10 hits, 6 runs, So he got lit up. Now, he did have a good start on the road against Kansas City. 7.2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. So he could be good, but there's a lot more variance with Giolito. In his one home start, he got shelled. Overall this year, in his 16 innings, he's allowing a 266 average. And if you're doing DFS, he's getting killed by lefties, allowing a 333 with a 136 whip. So look at stacking those. But I like Atlanta going against Giolito. And look at the BVP. It's only 22 at-bats, so that's not very much. Take it with a grain of salt. But what I like is almost everybody in the projected lineup has a few at-bats, and they've all got hits on him. So we have Verdugo, 2 for 5. Riley, 1 for 3 with a home run. Matt Olson, 5 for 7 with 3 home runs. Sean Murphy, 2 for 3. And then we've got Michael Harris, 2 for 2. And Eli White, 1 for 2. So 13 out of 22, hitting 591 with 4 bombs. Yeah, I'll take a shot he gets blown up there. The other thing to look at is this lineup here. You can see yes or no. It's not confirmed. So if you save this sheet in the morning on your desktop and then you open it up, give it 30 seconds, it will update these lineups. So this will flip to green closer to game time so we can see who is actually starting. So Giolito, he could throw a good game. He could throw a shit game. Who knows? But I like the chances of him getting blown up and Atlanta getting a win here as a dog. Now, if they were minus 130, I'd be like, it's a good price. But plus 105, I will take it. Grant Holmes, honestly, I don't even know who this guy is, but his numbers look good. In 44.2 innings this year, he's allowing a 205 average. And on the road, it's even better at 177. So I'll take a shot with him. He's got a good bullpen behind him. They could pull him out of the game if he gets in trouble. Last year overall had a 267 average, but he only threw 29.2 innings, so he's doing much better this year. And then we can come down here and we can look at recent starts. 4, 7, 4, 5, 4, 2, 3 hits allowed. And then as far as his earned runs, you can see him here. We've only got 2 games where he went over 3 runs allowed. He had 1 against Cincy, and then he got shelled against Arizona on the road, which Arizona is a really good team. But outside of that, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 0. Pretty decent. I'd say, he's viable enough to hang in there and give Atlanta a shot to win this game. And then coming down here, Boston, Milwaukee, Minnesota. Minnesota, I figured they'd be minus 150, minus 160 with Pablo Lopez on the mound. They're 10-0 over the last 10 games. I looked it up. I think they're on a 12-game winning streak right now. Power ranking, they're 13th. And then we have Milwaukee. Look at this. They've lost, 6 of the last 8 games. They're 29th in our power ranking. Look, 201 is a team that ranks 30th. Their strikeout rate's up to 25.4%, which is 28th. WRC plus 29th at 65. RBIs only 33 over the last 2 weeks. So Milwaukee is not doing good. Minnesota's red hot, and we can get them at minus 115. Now, they are on the road, both pitchers. Again, we're going to look here at the hits per innings pitched. Both pitchers are good, 0.68, 0.92. I don't have any knock on Myers. Pablo Lopez, he's a freaking stud. You can see here he's got the edge in ERA and xFIP. This xFIP should tell you he is a much better pitcher than Tobias Myers. But again, both teams have a solid bullpen. But look at this Minnesota bullpen. Over the last 2 weeks, number 1, 6-0, 0.85 ERA, and 0.94 whip. And look at the home runs per 9, 0.21. That is just absolutely ridiculous. So as hot as Minnesota is right now, why not back him at minus 115 to go ahead and take another win? I will. Pablo Lopez, solid bullpen. Tobias Myers, he's decent, but he's not elite by any means. And Minnesota's ripping the cover off the ball right now. So yeah, I think that's worth a shot. Flipping down here, Arizona, Colorado. This is absolutely stupid. So it was minus 250, minus 275. Actually, it might have been minus 350 and went to 375 on DK. One of these games had just a ridiculous line. It's probably this one. Looking at this, Colorado, same as I've always said, they suck on the road. They're 1-9 over the last 10 games, and heck, even at home, look at that. They won 1 and then got crushed in all these. 11-1, 10-2, lost 8-0 last night to Arizona. So right here, Colorado on the road, 2-21. They only have 2 wins this year on the road. Their WRC plus is 47. That is horrible. That is absolutely atrocious. If a team gets around 60 or 70 or 75, that's bad. 80 isn't great, but 47 is horrible. And look at the strikeout rate, 28.9. There was a prop I saw on DraftKings of Zach Gallen race to 3 strikeouts versus Marquez minus 800. That should be another lock if you're doing any type of ladder challenge. Colorado's K rate is huge. Gallen's going to get to face Colorado because they're going to hit first. And then Marquez, he barely averages 3 strikeouts for an entire game. So it is minus 800, but if you take that and your Zach Wheeler minus 330 for 15 plus pitching outs, now you can start to get to how we build our ladder plays. Anyways, Arizona 4th in our power rankings. They're putting up 5 runs a game over recent contest. They should blow this game out, but you can't lay minus 350. That's just stupid. So what I proposed is either taking the Arizona run line, so to win by 2 or more runs, and then Marquez 4 plus hits, and that got you down to minus 150. Or you could just do Arizona minus 2.5 runs at minus 115. You can see here they're red hot. They're at home. Colorado stinks on the road. You know the routine. Marquez, he did have a really good start. We've been attacking his hits allowed prop, but prior to that last start, look at his hits allowed: 6, 11, 8, 6, 7, and 5. So I had a couple different bets there. You can go 4 plus hits, which is almost a lock, 5 plus hits, which is kind of what I've added to most of my parlays, and then his earned runs allowed: 5, 7, 6, 7, 5. Yeah, he's going to allow some runs. So that's a game we could definitely justify attacking. San Diego, Seattle. I don't really like a side on this one. It didn't jump out. I think it's priced really good. Emerson Hancock should get tore up. He's coming off 8 hits, 7 runs, 4 hits, 2 runs, 9 hits, 3 runs. So I would lean San Diego, but I don't love it enough. What else jumped out at me? So both of these pitchers are probably going to get hit a little bit, but I'm going to stay away from that game. There's not one that jumps out at me. Atlanta and San Francisco. I really like the San Francisco Giants here, but I can't justify it. I can't write it up and have it make sense to me, so I stayed away from it. But one of the plays I did do was San Francisco. I did 2 plus runs, 3 plus runs, and then 3.5 minus like 140 was their normal line. You can see here the Athletics, statistically, they are really good. But as far as winning games, they are not very good. And basically, that's their bullpen that we can see here has an ERA of 10, xFIP of 5.5, and they rank dead last. So that's one of the reasons I like the Giants. I'm not a backer of their starting pitcher, but they do have a better team and a bullpen advantage. But honestly, I just like taking the team total with San Francisco, so I don't have to worry about if the Athletics come out here and explode for a bunch of runs, because you can see their lineup is decent. I mean, they're not atrocious by any means. They've had a rough stretch of games, but San Francisco's got a good lineup. They're going up a pitcher that gives up some runs, and it's a shit bullpen. So here, bullpen, we can see ranks 30th. So the only thing we have to do is get through Severino. Now, Severino's allowing a 246 average to opponent hitters over the last 53 innings. He's been pretty good on the road at 206, so take that with a grain of salt, but we still have the bullpen. He's coming off 9 hits, 8 runs, 5 hits, 4 runs. He had 8 hits, 1 run, so he got really lucky there, and then 6 hits, 3 runs, and that was against the White Sox. I mean, my God, come on. If San Francisco can't put up at least 3 runs in this game, I would be shocked. And look, 9, 7, 10 over the last 3 games. Let's go ahead and give that one a shot as well. In the last game, Dodgers and Angels, I mean, this is going to be a stupid line, 5.4, 3.6. It's going to be Dodgers. So if you attack this one, you just got to take like Dodgers over, Dodgers run line. I mean, pretty much everything in there. Kershaw doesn't have any stats yet this year. Last year, Tyler Anderson's doing good. 45 innings, allowing a 185 average. Last year, he allowed a 231. Bullpen's trash, so I'd probably wait, maybe live bet this. If Tyler Anderson's pitch count gets up in the 4th inning, look at live betting the Dodgers if they're not already up 2 or 3 runs, because this bullpen's going to get shelled. And then let me see what else I got. So let me flip through some of these. So the plays I posted today was the Arizona mix, depending on which way you wanted to go. San Francisco team total over 3.5 runs. However, I did do the lesser 2 plus, 3 plus runs. Minnesota minus 115, Atlanta plus 105, Wheeler I can't remember if we went over this or not, but basically Philadelphia to be up 1 run after 5, and then our dog play of the day is going to be Washington minus or plus 135 over Baltimore. I posted this one here. This is a little dabble for a ladder play to get started, plus 108. I just did 15 on it. I like to start my ladder plays with 15, and then if it pays 31, the next one we'll do 31, and if that pays 60, then we'll do 60. Keep going up from there. However, these fucking plays, I'm 0-3, so don't get too excited. But for the ladder play for Saturday, I'm jumping back in. I'm doing Giants over 2.5 runs, and then I took the Diamondbacks to be up a run after 5 innings and Marquez to allow 4+ hits. I really like that, but heck, they all look good before they hit the toilet. This is a longer one I did. I can't remember what it paid. Oh, this is my lotto play. So DraftKings does a stepped up boost, and I think I got this one at 24-1 or 23-1 plus 2,300 plus 2,400. But I took the Nationals plus a run and a half. So for the stepped up boost, everything has to be at minus 250 or better. So Washington, I kicked it up, took a run and a half. Braves, I kicked it up, took a run and a half. Diamondbacks, I wanted to do 1.5, but I went ahead and just did -2, so I can sit with the push there, and I get a better minus 153. Giants, I took the 3.5 runs. 2.5, it went over the 250, so Giants to score 4 runs. Minnesota minus 118. I couldn't take the plus 1.5 run there because it was either +1 or +2. +2 was too much. +1 just didn't make sense to pay the juice. So I went ahead and just took the minus 118 money line to crank it up. And then Philadelphia to be up a run after 5 innings. So this pays 24-1. So I really like it. If the Giants score 3 runs, yes, I'm going to be pissed. If the Twins lose by 1, yes, I'm going to be pissed. But however, all of the other games, I can see a clear path to how we get there. This is I did another ladder play. This one was minus 135 or minus 140, but I jumped in and put 4 units on it. My first 3 ladder plays, I just did a unit on each, missed them all. I love this one, so I'm jumping on this with 4 units. I have Zach Wheeler 15+ outs. We talked about that at the beginning of the video. Marquez over 3.5 hits. So just 4 hits is all we need on the road against a hot Arizona team. Yes, that we should get there. And then I took the Nuggets and I just cranked it up to 20.5 points. You could also take Nuggets over 92.5 total points, but we've seen some of these crazy games, so I went ahead and just took plus 20.5. They should keep this game close, but we're going 4 units on that, so that's what we got today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give us a try. It's like 50 cents a day to join our Facebook chat and get the sheets every day. And I'm doing my best to post plays 3, 4, 5 days a week for everybody and share them in the chat. So good luck, guys, and go make some money and enjoy the weather.